Good morning students. Today video is going to see the Hazel's law of constant heat summations. Okay. So this generalization is known as Hazel's law and state the enthalpy change of reactions either at constant volume or constant pressure. So is the same whether it takes place in a single or multiple steps provided the initial and the final state are same. So the del H1, this is the initial stage A, this is the final state B. So the A2X del H1, then del H2 the Y, and del H3 B. So the del HR means the reactions. So the applications of Hazel's law can be applied to calculate enthalpies of reactions that are difficult to measure. So for example, is very difficult to measure the heat of compositions of graphite to give pure carbon monoxide. Okay, this is the first one topic. This is the Hazel law. Hazel law. Okay, so however, enthalpy for the oxidations of graphite to carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide to carbon dioxide can easily be measured for this conversions. The heat of compositions, the values means are minus 393.5 kg and minus 283.5 kg respectively. So from this data, the enthalpy of composition of graphite to carbon monoxide so can be calculated by apply the Hazel's law. Okay, so the reactions involved in this process can be expressed as follows. This is the reactions, then Hazel's law, these reactions. So the graphite, the reactions means carbon dioxide, the reaction to half molecules of oxygen, so the carbon monoxide, the repeated the again of carbon monoxide, so carbon dioxide. So this is the del H3. So this is the follow the Hazel's law. Okay, del H1 is equal to del H2 plus del H3. So the x value the calculated minus 110.5 kg. Okay, this is the Hazel's law. Okay, the next one, lattice energy. What is mean by lattice energy? So the lattice energy, del H lattice energy is defined as the amount of required to completely remove the constituent ions. So from its crystal lattice to an infinity distance. So it is also referred as lattice enthalpy. For example, this is the sodium chloride, the reaction to the separated the Na plus ions and Cl minus ions. So the 1 moles of the sodium chloride. Okay, so there's Born-Haber cycle. The next one discussed, this is the Born-Haber cycle. Okay, this is the Born-Haber cycle. So the Born-Haber cycle is approach to analyze reaction. The energies was named after two German scientists. The two German scientists, the first one Max Born and Fritz Haber. So who developed this cycle. So the cycle is concerned with the formations of an ionic compound from the reactions so of a metal with a halogens or other non-metallic element such as oxygen. So the Born-Haber cycle is primarily used in calculating lattice energy which cannot be measured directly. So Born-Haber cycle applies Hazel's law to calculate the lattice energy. So for example, consider the formations of a simple ionic solid such as an alkali metal halides. So metal halides, the MX. Okay, so the following the steps, the first one steps, the reactions, the metal solid, the reaction to metal solid reaction to metal gaseous stage. This is the sublimations. This is the sublimation. Okay, this steps is the sublimation. So solid stage the directly converted the gaseous stage. This is called sublimation. Okay, the next one, the del H3. The del H3, the metal gaseous stage, they converted the plus cations. So this is the ionization energy. This is the ionization energy. Okay, the next one discuss half X2. The reaction to the half of the reaction to del H2. So the X2 X minus. So this is the dissociation. Okay, so the X2 X minus, this is the electron affinity. So this is the U means the lattice energy. This is the HF means formation, the heat, molar heat of the formations. Okay, see this, they discuss the del H1. The del H1 means, see this is the del H1 means enthalpy change for the sublimation. So metal solid to the converted the directed converted the gaseous stage. Okay, the next del H2, the enthalpy changes the half X2 gases to X gases for the dissociation. So the next one, third, del H3 ionization energy for metal to M plus. The metal to M plus is called ionization energy. Okay, so the del H4, the electronic affinity for the conversion. So X to X minus. Okay, so the U means the lattice enthalpy for the formations of solid. So Mx. So the next another one discuss the del HF. The del HF means enthalpy change for the formations of solid Mx the directly from element. So this according to the Hazel's law of heat summations. For examples, heat summations, the heat of formations. Okay, this is equations. Sorry, this is formula. The heat of formations is equal to del H1 plus del H2 plus del H3 plus del H4 and lattice energy last one. This is the Born-Haber cycle for determining the lattice enthalpy of sodium chloride. So this is see this diagram. Since the reaction is carried out with the reactants, an elements forms the products under standard status at 1 bar. The overall enthalpy change of the reaction is also the enthalpy of formation of sodium chloride. Okay, so the formations of sodium chloride can be considered in 5 steps. The sum of the enthalpy change of this step is equal to the enthalpy change for the overall reactions from with the lattice enthalpy of sodium chloride is calculated. So let us calculate the lattice energy of sodium chloride using the Born-Haber cycle. This is the same type. The sodium directly converted the solid stage to gaseous stage. This is the sublimation. The gaseous stage converted the ionization. The chlorine half of the period converted the dissociation, and Cl minus the electron affinity, and sodium chloride, this is the lattice energy. Then del HF means the heat of formations, sodium chloride. Okay, this is the Born-Haber cycle system. The see this, the values this apply, values apply. The del HF value of heat of formations value minus 411.3. So del H1 value and 108.7. Then ionization energy 495. So next one del H3 244. The del H3 means the half of chlorine is present. So on the half of chlorine is present, the 244 divided by 2, 1 by 2. Okay, so the 2 times cancel, the 122 times. Okay, the 2 cancel 122 times. So the del H4 electron affinity is the minus 349. Okay, this is the value. They apply this formula. Okay, so the U means lattice energy of sodium chloride. So the del HF is equal to del H1 and del H2 plus half del H3 plus del H4 plus U. So the lattice energy solve. So U is equal to del HF minus del H1 plus del H2 plus half del H3 plus del H4. Okay, so the U is equal to minus 411.3. So minus 108.7 plus 495.0 plus 122 minus 349. So the U is equal to minus 411.3 minus 376.7. So the U is equal to minus 788. So the negative sign in lattice energy that indicates that the energy is released when the sodium is formed from its constituent gaseous ions. So the Na plus ions and Cl minus ions. Okay, this is the Born-Haber cycle system. Okay, and this is the next one, the second law of thermodynamics. Next one, the second law of thermodynamics. To discuss, we know that the second law of thermodynamics the energy of universe is converted. So let us consider this two steps. The first one discuss. This is the first one. The glasses of hot water over time loses the heat energy to the surrounding and become cool. So the next one, when you mix hydrochloric acid with sodium hydroxide, it forms sodium chloride and water with evaluations of heat. So both these process, the total energy is conserved and are consistent with the first law of thermodynamics. However, the residue process, that is cool water become hot water by observing heat from surrounding on its own does not occur spontaneously. So even though the energy change involved in this process is also considered with the first law. So however, if the heat energy is applied to cool water, then it will become hot. So that is the change that does not occur spontaneously and then be driven by supplying energy. So the solutions of sodium chloride does not absorb heat energy on its own to form hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide, but this process cannot be driven even by the supplying energy. So this is the various statements of the second law of thermodynamics, entropy. So the second law of thermodynamics, entropy. The second law of thermodynamics introduced another state functions called entropy. So the entropy is a measure of the molecular disorders of a system. So the thermodynamic definitions of entropy is concerned with the changes. Okay, this is the changes. This is the entropy. The entropy statement. The entropy of an isolated system, the increases during a spontaneous process. This is called entropy statement. So the del S total higher than value 0. So the del S total high value, the system and the surrounding low value. Okay, so that is the universe high value and system and surrounding low value for reversible process as melting of ice. So minus surroundings, minus entropy of surroundings. So the del S universe equal to 0. Okay, and the next one follow the Kelvin-Planck statement. It is impossible to construct a machine that absorbs heat from a hot source and converts it completely into work by a cyclic process without transferring a part of heat a cool silk. This is called the Kelvin-Planck statement. Okay, the Kelvin-Planck statement, they follow this efficiency is equal to work performance by heat absorbed. So the efficiency is equal to work performed divided by heat absorbed. The eta is equal to QH minus QC divided by QH. So the QH heat absorbed from the hot receiver. So the QC heat transferred to cool receiver. So apply this formula. The eta is equal to 1 minus QC by QH. So this is the reversible cyclic process. So the QH divided by TH is equal to minus QC by TC. So minus TC by TH is equal to QC by QH. So apply this formula. The TC TH is equal to QC by TH. Okay. So the substituting this formula. So N is equal to 1 minus eta by 1 minus TC by TH. Okay. This is the Kelvin-Planck statement. Okay, so the efficiency in percentage can be expressed in the formula. The efficiency in percentage is equal to 1 minus TC divided by TH into 100. This is the efficiency of the formula, efficiency in percentage. So the Glassier statement, this is the Glassier statement. It is impossible to transfer heat from a cool receiver to a hot receiver without doing some work. This is the Glassier's statement. Okay, see this one calculation. If an automobile engine burn petrol at a temperature of 816 degrees Celsius and if the surrounding temperature is 21 degrees Celsius, calculate the maximum possible efficiency. So they apply this formula. The percentage of the efficiency is equal to TH by TH minus TC by TH into 100. So here, so TH 816 273. This is the 0 degree Kelvin value. So they added the value 1089 Kelvin. So the 1089 is called 816 degrees Celsius Kelvin value. Okay. So the 21 degrees Celsius Kelvin value 294 Kelvin. So apply this formula. The TH value 1089 minus the TC value 294 divided by the TH value 1089 into 100. So the 1089 minus 294 divided by 1089 into 100 is equal to 74. The maximum possible efficiency of percentage 73%. Okay. Thank you.